guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ezinnemwilliams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, did Jason just say he is not interested in doing whatever thing he has with Sultana? Like, he is not interested in having it get more than or be more than friendship. I did not see this coming. Well guys, tonight was, of course, you know, the live eviction show, but there is no eviction. There was no eviction. It's an eviction free week, and you know, this gives Ebuka the opportunity to shake tables. I think Ebuka was in a good mood today. He was not in the mood to break any tables or any friendships, hence the way he was asking the questions. He already prepared our minds as what to expect, and he told us Big Brother Naija is not a platform to break friendships or relationships or to control the narratives of things that are happening in the house. His job is just to shake, you know, the housemates and trigger them he did, because Menson and Ivata kept giving us halftime shows. Like, every time Ebuka was done with his questioning, these two would just start. What is exactly the problem between Menson and Ivata? I mean, at this point, I think it's more than they are letting us on. Yeah? Okay, let's start from the beginning of the show. Ebuka walked onto the stage looking so regal in his beautiful attire. I mean, that's a very beautiful man. And he decided to start with the head of house himself, Rude Boy. He started by congratulating him for being the head of house and also for saving the housemates from eviction today. And he asked him like, you saved these people, have they given you any gratitude? And I love what Rude Boy said. He said, well, Ebuka, love is from God, and honestly I agree 100%. Yes guys. And also he asked him about himself and Thelma, and Rude Boy said they've settled it now, you know, and they are cool now. There's really nothing. Ebuka was like, it's not really nothing because you talked to a few people about it. He said yes, then he had to talk to a few people, but during the party they were able to talk and they resolved their issues and they are good now. I'm like, okay, good for you, Rude Boy. Moving on, Ebuka went on to Menson. He asked Menson, you said you had a lot to say that day that you and Ivata had that clash. You have the floor now. You have the floor to say what you want to say. And Menson so intelligently, I say intelligently because he did not go, you know, to start robbing anything, to start fighting anybody. He just said, Ebuka, what I had to say, I had said to Big Brother in the diary room. But as for now, I don't have any other thing to say. Ivata has to apologize to me. I'm about to be a legal practitioner and I do not want anything that's going to make me look a specific kind of way. We had a conversation. She said some things. I said some things about some people. We both said things about people, but if she doesn't give me an apology, I will never forgive her. Then we could hear Ivata in the background saying, say it, that's what we are here for, like all the housemates. But Menson kept it cool. Little did we know that Ivata was not having it, and that was where she exploded, and there was this back and forth between them. Now later on in the show, Faith was crowned the most influential player or the most influential housemate of the week. I was shocked. I was surprised. Like, Faith. Honestly, I'm going to say this. The women in this season are not trying at all. Why can't you vote for your own? You guys, I mean, it's been guys back to back to back to back. Why are you guys fueling this notion that women do not like each other? It's crazy. Anywho, talking about Faith, Ebuka decided to question him about Joanna. Ebuka said, you know what? You have a lot to say about Joanna. Please tell her how you feel. And then Faith went on to mesmerize Joanna with what he had to say. He said Joanna is a fashion icon. She's so beautiful. Have you seen the way she walks? The way she walks past you, you are just going to notice her. That he doesn't like dancing, but Joanna is one person he enjoys dancing with. And boy, oh boy, Joanna was smiling, blushing from chin to chin. Now moving on, Ebuka went ahead to ask Joanna what he feels for Faith, and she said they are just friends. And he also asked her what he feels about, or what she feels about Jason, and she said you're just friends. So I'm like, okay, in the club we all fam. Okay, moving on, Ebuka asked Mide the question. He says, Mide, what's up with you and Dede, how far is your friendship? And she said, we are actually cool. And he was like, okay, because in a conversation, various conversations you had this week, you actually said that Dede was the one forcing the friendship, you know, for you guys to be friends. And in another one, you said that you don't like the way that both of you are being compared about your beauty and all whatnot. And she was like, see, Ebuka, that's not how it is. The thing here is, Kola made it look like the friendship wasn't mutual and that it was me that wanted the friendship more, and I had to clarify that she wanted the friendship as much as, you know, I did. And also Ebuka went on to ask Jason about, you know, Sultana, and Jason said they're just getting to know each other, and Ebuka was like, okay, do you want this, you know, getting to know each other that's taking so much time, do you want it to be more than just, you know, getting to know each other, or more than what it is? And he was like, no. I'm like, okay. And then when he asked Sultana, Sultana was like, yeah, we're just getting to know each other. I'm like, okay, they are on the same page, so that makes it okay. Now moving on, Ebuka went to Big Soso, and he was like, okay, you and Dede obviously had your conversations, but still, why is it that you came at Dede, you know, because of her relationship on the outside and how she is in the house, but you don't have the same vim of the guys? And she was like, the only person that I know is in a relationship on the outside is Bright, and it's not a gender thing. That even when they had their game, she has asked Bright, what would your girlfriend feel about this? So it's not really a thing of gender, it's just her, you know, saying her mind. And Ebuka was like, okay, but you actually called Dede a prostitute. And she said, I never called her that. And Ebuka was like, you called her an ashewo, and we all know what that means. And she was like, no, ashewo doesn't mean prostitute. I'm like, girl, what's that? Like, what do you mean ashewo is not prostitutes? We are in Nigeria. Even those that are not Nigerians know that it's a Nigerian slang for calling someone a prostitute. And girl was just trying to hide it, and Dede was mad pissed. I think when the camera panned away and getting to Ebuka on stage, Dede was like, you get crazy, Abi, or something like that sort. And I think it's directed towards Soso. And you also will remember that Soso had worded an apology to Dede before the live eviction show this evening. So yeah, I don't think that beef is ending anytime soon. I also asked Isabel some questions about Kanikumi and her recent, you know, endeavors in the house, you know, and even though Ebuka did not want to spoil her game, he kept it hush hush. She actually said yes, that Kanikumi leaving the house kind of like shook her up, but that's not stopping her from her game. Also, Ebuka went on to Kola. He asked Kola, what exactly do you feel about Koyin? And Kola was trying to like, and Ebuka was like, because in conversations, you had a conversation with Zeta where you basically mocked how he spoke and said you don't understand or you don't know how Dede communicates with him. And then in another conversation with Bright, you had called him a chihuahua. And Kola, oh my goodness, Kola was trying to say, or he's trying to imply that, oh, it's calling him a chihuahua, you know, it's not harmful, it's just, you know, like a little brother, blah blah blah. And then with how he's talks, we're just saying he talks like a little boy, like my younger brother. I'm like, guys, shut up. I mean, you were mad that somebody called you a fish, and here you are calling another person a chihuahua, and you're trying to make us, like, you can't even own up to it, and you're here trying to let us think that, okay, oh, it's just some harmless younger brother stuff, which we all know that's a lie. And then for me, the greatest surprise for me tonight was Tracy denying that she actually confessed that she has a crush on Koyin. The way she was like, me? When I'm like, girl, what do you think? That we don't know what is happening. You told Culture, you even confessed to Zeta, and you've been trying to give him, you know, attention, get attention from him. Just own up to it. Like, okay, crush, or it's normal. We do have crushes. I mean, I crush on Whiskey. It doesn't mean I'm planning to marry him. Ha! Anywho, like, it was an exciting one today. There was no table breaking, but I feel like with the questions that was asked tonight, Ebuka was able to give this housemate a clue of what their fellow housemates think of them. Yet also, you know, encouraging them to up their game, that some of them came in with so much fire and now they are nowhere to be found. I also think he asked Bright a question, but at that time I wasn't watching, so I really didn't get the question that Bright was asked. Or I think it was about his relationship with Mide and his relationship on the outside, but I didn't really catch the answer to that question. But all in all, Ebuka fulfilled his promise of asking vital questions, but not really being, you know, intense about it. Did I enjoy the live eviction show? Of course I did, and now it will make a lot of the housemates sit up. What do you think about the questions that Ebuka asked, and what do you think about the answers that were given to him? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And it's about to be an exciting week. I mean, Mide's birthday is coming. Isabella is planning this birthday surprise for her because she's about to, you know, play a game with Bright, and you all know Bright now anywhere belly face, and he's acting like the bad guy. So let's see the result of that game that Isabella is about to play. But isn't it crazy though? Isn't it crazy that Isabella a few weeks ago was fighting Thelma because of Kanyikumi? Now she's about to spoil the whatever situationship that is going on between Mide and Bright. And also I like to add that whoever didn't really get a question to them or about them should just know they are doing something wrong, and the viewers are not really seeing it, because it's a privilege to be asked questions, and also the questions being about you. At least that will tell you that a lot of these people, you are doing something and people are talking about it. But that's my own thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And lastly, before I go, please let us all put Fina in our prayers. As of this evening, we got the news that her sister Ruth Otabo, the one that was hit or crushed by that Dangote truck, has sadly passed on. This is truly a very trying time for Fina and her family. Sincerely pray for comfort, for strength, even in this dire and sad times for both Fina and her family. If you go in to pray tonight or this morning or this afternoon, whatever time it is in your place, please remember to put Fina in your prayers. This is not about fan bases. This is not about Big Brother Niger. This is about humanity. Thank you so very much, guys, for being part of my channel. Till I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ezinnemwilliams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.